Welcome, I'm Chef Patrick from the Culinary Institute of the Carolinas at Greenville Tech, and today we're going to talk about balancing flavors and balancing flavors in your foods. When we taste foods, we taste sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and pungent flavors. Often when we're creating dishes, a chef's trying to pair these in contrast. We often choose these as condiments as well in the foods that we choose to consume. Think about some of the commonly eaten things. French fries. French fries are salty and they're rich. Things that we choose to eat with French fries often contrast that. So ketchup is sweet and tangy. Maybe it's malt vinegar like fish and chips, and the vinegar cuts the saltiness of the French fry. So when we talk about balancing flavors of foods and in contrast, we're looking at contrasting ingredients. So common flavor combinations we see in many examples are going to be between sweet and salty. So think about how maple syrup goes well with the saltiness and the richness of bacon, or how a salty peanut goes very well with the sweetness of a hot fudge sundae. To a foodie or a chef, we might use these same flavor combinations to pair things together like watermelon and feta salad, salty and sweet combination. A couple of other examples that are everyday for us. Think about the flavor of a nice grilled steak. It's rich, it's meaty, slightly salty, maybe even slightly bitter from being grilled, and people choose condiments for that. A lot of times steak sauce would contrast that. Steak sauce is acidic and peppery, contrasts any kind of bitterness and richness that you would find in that steak. What about ketchup? Someone's cringing when I said that, but ketchup is sweet and tangy. And if I were to serve you a steak with some caramelized onions, you'd probably be excited about that. That's just a sweet flavor as well, just like ketchup is. Going on to dessert, we have rich desserts. Often as a chef, we're going to pair some tart berries with that rich dessert for color and for contrast. So when you have a rich chocolate dessert or cheesecake, first couple bites taste great. Third, fourth bite in, you lose the richness. You take a bite of that tart berry, or maybe go into the bitter category, take a sip of that strong black cup of coffee, and that cuts the sweetness of the dessert. Think about this in your everyday cooking. When you're out cooking something and you decide it's got enough salt, but it's missing something, it's rich, but it's missing something, think about our discussion here in this flavor wheel and think about choosing a contrasting flavor. Thank you for your time. Please check out our other videos.